There have been a ton of UFO sightings all over the world, and it seems like there's more and more each day. It doesn't matter if it's a weather balloon, someone's hubcap from a 1978 Chevy Impala station wagon, or a piece of the space junk that's floating around the planet letting those aliens know just how trashy we are. Well, at least it's a sign that it's not a good neighborhood and that they better look for somewhere else to live. But some of those aliens are persistent, and they keep trying to sneak around in their fancy high-tech UFOs thinking we don't see them. Yeah, we do. And we're armed with the best grainy black and white photo capture technology in the universe. If you're still alive, check out these 5 jaw-dropping UFO sightings caught on camera. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button to get notified every day for more amazing content. With that being said, let's begin. Number 5. The Warminster Thing. Britain gets its fair share of UFOs, as many people have seen mysterious objects in the sky quite a bit in recent years. There's been a bunch of sightings, from some black triangles showing off over some Royal Air Force base to some flying saucers that decided to park illegally behind a Welsh school. And during the 60s and 70s, the sleepy town of Warminster had a large number of UFO sightings, and some strange audio-related incidents. The weird stuff started to happen around 1964, and it started out with strange noises like ceramic roof tiles were rattling, or wood sticks were being broken. Sounds like a UFO landing to us. There was also a deep vibration, the kind associated with really ultra-low frequencies. You know, when you drop the bass. However, these sounds often caused some discomfort and anxiety in hundreds of people. These strange occurrences continued until 1966. The bizarre phenomenon was nicknamed the Warminster Thing, and that sounds scary all by itself. But just when you think it couldn't get worse, unidentified flying objects started to appear in the skies. The first craft was described as a silvery cigar in the sky, and over the next decade, there were many more UFOs seen by the people in Warminster, including 9 events that were carefully studied and well documented. Townspeople made reports of unexplainable lights in the sky, which were accompanied by scary noises and other odd occurrences. On August 17, 1965, a massive detonation noise shook houses in the town and was followed by what was said to be a monstrous orange flame that was seen in the sky, cracking and hissing. Reports of birds dropping over from strange sounds were reported 12 months prior to 1964. Some reports of motorcycles and cars losing all power and being shaken by some unknown vibrations happened between 1965 and 1975. But in the 70s, the number of incidents started to decrease, and the strange thing is that by 1975, they stopped. Warminster is the absolute strangest and scariest case of mass sightings and strange paranormal things that the country has ever experienced. One of the papers read, "Warminster gets ready for invasion," as if there was going to be an alien invasion sometime soon. It looked as though Britain had its own Area 51. Number 4. Disc-shaped craft, Australia. On May 13, 2015, a man from Australia named Alan Ferguson believed that he had found irrefutable evidence of a UFO as he snapped a photograph of an extraterrestrial visitor as it emerged from the Northern Territory sky. It was a Saturday morning, and he had captured the close encounter on camera as an alien spaceship soared above his property in Acacia Hills, which is about 50 kilometers from Darwin. The guy who took the photo is a UFO expert and documents sightings from around Australia and owns a website called UFO Territory. What would seem like an unusual occurrence has become somewhat normal for Mr. Ferguson. He claims that he's seen more than 500 UFOs. He says that if he doesn't see flashes in the sky, he gets some annoying in-the-gut feeling to go outside. His obsession with UFOs and his lifelong study of the skies began in the back of his parents' car one day on a family drive. He says he was 8 years old, and out of the back of the car window, he said he saw a blue, red, and white object which had been following him. He also claims that when he was 3 years old, his mom had him in her arms and there was a UFO sitting just above their house. The UFO's lights started to spin really fast and then it shot up in the sky. Apparently, the neighbors screamed and the weird UFO was sighted again over the Hume Dam. I don't know about you, but I barely remember being 3 years old myself, but it's still quite a recollection and quite a story. He says that the area in which he lives is also a hot spot for military exercises, and some of the things he has seen could be human military air vehicles. He says that those ones move really slow, but the ones that take off in a blur, they aren't from this planet. Mr. Ferguson has taken a lot of photos of different shaped UFOs, including a bowl-shaped UFO and a UFO with 2 wings. Apparently, this guy is a magnet for UFOs. Number 3. Bristol's alien encounter. The photo of this UFO was actually taken by accident in the UK on February 13th, 2016 near Severn Beach in Bristol, UK. Apparently, UFOs are often seen over the oceans and seas because these craft could travel underwater as well as they do in space. Right? Right. At least, that is what Scott Waring of UFO Sightings Daily says. This unidentified object was captured on camera by a woman named Fiona Powell. The photograph reveals the extraterrestrial object, which sort of looks like a flying saucer dish hubcap thing which is hovering just above Bristol's port area. The woman says that she was walking along the beach in Severn, just miles from the city center, when she decided to take a picture of the view. Like a lot of photos lately, it wasn't until hours after she had taken the photo that she spotted the unidentified flying object hovering in the image. She's undecided on whether or not she believes in aliens, which actually adds a little bit of credibility to the photo. The UFO sighting comes just after mysterious alien sounds returned to the city a year later from the previous year. This sparked rumors that some alien invasion might be just around the corner. This strange hum from another world was recorded by a YouTuber named Stevie B, following some reports of the same noise over many European cities just a few days apart. There's been a lot of increased extraterrestrial activity in the UK, but so far there have been no confirmed reports of any abductions in the city, yet. In just 2015, there were thousands of UFO sightings which were reported worldwide. A lot of people believe that because of this, the truth will finally be told about the existence of aliens. And in something entirely related, Hillary Clinton, who needs no introduction, said she was going to get to the bottom of these extraterrestrials and added that she thinks we may have been visited already but doesn't know for sure. I'm sure that she'll probably blame them for her loss as well. A guy named Stephen Bassett, who's a UFO disclosure activist and belongs to something called the Paradigm Research Group, says that her comments prove that 2016 will be the year that the truth is finally revealed. Well, 2016 has passed already and we still don't know the truth. So the truth is out there. Still. Number 2. UFO hovering over the Geneva Stadium. A piece of chilling UFO footage came out on October 12, 2016 when some video evidence was taken by several witnesses who claimed they saw a mysterious disc-shaped object which flew over the La Prairie region of the Geneva Stadium. This unidentified flying object had 3 distinct lights and hovered eerily over the top of Geneva Stadium for at least 20 seconds where the footballers Servette FC play their home games. In the scary footage, the UFO seems to be emitting an ear-piercing shrill noise. Many people went to social media websites and posted clips of what they saw. Among all of the amazed witnesses was a Uruguayan football player named Matías Vitquivies, who's also one of the people that posted some photographic evidence. He asked, "Does everyone see the same thing as me?" Another guy named Matías Medrano also uploaded some footage of the strange unidentified flying objects, and in his caption he said, "Here's the truth, the secret is revealed." The video was viewed tens of thousands of times, but skeptics suggested that the UFO was most likely a drone. However, someone spoke to a guy named Fabio Cironi, who owns an aerial photography company that uses drones, who said that this craft was too big and it didn't look like any of the drone models that he knew of. The expert stated that usually the lights are arranged under the arms and not on the ends of a drone. He also added that there are also different colors, which distinguishes the front from the back. And last but not least, the object was far too big to be a drone. But this wasn't the only time that a UFO was spotted. Just 5 days later, on October 17, 2015, a UFO fleet was spotted flying during the Hunter's Moon. The footage is a little bit shaky, but it begins by showing the strange lunar phenomenon known as the Hunter's Moon. It's basically the first full moon in October and is said to be good for hunting because it's passing close to the Earth while maintaining a red color. Despite this, UFO truth seekers believe that they spotted dozens of tiny unidentified flying objects flying below the moon that night. Number 1. Cigar-shaped UFO, Manchester. It seems as though Manchester started to become the UFO capital of the UK since there have been so many unidentified object sightings. In a piece of video footage that showed up online, there appears to be a small pipe-shaped object which can be seen floating around in the clear blue sky in Dent in Manchester. The object appeared to be a little bit like a torpedo, or as some witnesses said, it looked like it was cigar-shaped. Of course, alien chasers hope that this new footage of the cigar-shaped unidentified flying object could be the vital evidence that they need to answer the question of whether the truth is out there. This strange object had lights that flashed from white to blue to purple. The strange unidentified flying object looked like no other UFO, as it was long and narrow rather than the disc shape which is commonly associated with most UFOs. The incredibly clear footage that was caught on camera as the object flew higher than planes is some of the better looking footage when it comes to UFOs, or anything paranormal for that matter. The person who photographed the UFO says that its size must have been massive because of how high it appeared in the day sky. He also added that this unidentified flying object was visible in the sky for at least 40 minutes before flying so high that it could no longer be seen. This video is actually quite old and was first posted in 2011, but has recently resurfaced and has drawn significant attention from UFO hunters and believers in aliens and also the supernatural. Hope you enjoyed the video, Top 5ers. If you haven't already, check out our other channel, Americano, to enjoy even more amazing list videos. There'll be a link in the description, so check it out, as well as our other cool stuff showing up on screen right now. See you next time.